Hello everyone! Thank you for joining me. I'm Richelle with FemFails and we are continuing our Planet Zoo sandbox series, Redrock Zoo. And today we are going to be working on the dingo habitat. As I promised back in, I think episode 1, I said we were going to do the dingoes. So, the time has finally arrived. So here we go. We've got our adventure ride is going to start going through the dingo habitat. So I laid out the track kind of how I thought it should go. This may change, but it will go up. I want it to be very rocky, and I had a picture of the dingoes kind of going through some trails on really rocky ledges, so we'll see what we can do. I'm going to make some tunnels too, and bear with me as I try to figure out the track system. That's why I did it separately, because it did take some fighting and getting used to. So, and this one will have a lot of terraforming. I thought it would be cool to have a cave that we can see them sleeping, so we'll see what we can do. I am also trying something a bit different. I'm going to use paths to just lay out how I want the dingoes to go up. And I've never done that before. So, again, this is a channel about failing. So, learn from my mistakes perhaps, and you can do better. That will make something really craggy, and I love the Australian landscape. They have such cool rock formations and whatnot. So it is fun to do some of this terraforming, because I don't often. And I want to be able to see them kind of at eye level as you stand on this little platform here. So this was the whole picture I had to go with, was I want you to come out onto this platform and kind of be right eye level with the dingoes and have them going up these like hidden little paths and ledges going up. I don't think the final result was exactly what I wanted, but I'm still pretty happy with it. So we will see. This area will be the cave viewing, so we can see them sleeping and see if there are little puppies in there. I love the dingo puppies. Oh my god, they're so cute. So see if we can get some nice cinematics of puppies. If not, I'll show some later on, because I really, the dingo puppies are one of my favorite. That and the African wild dog. I love them. Go up a little bit higher here. This habitat will also be quite a bit bigger than necessary, which is pretty on point for how I generally do these things. But because we do have the safari ride going through here, I don't want the guests to be too aware of the cars driving by. It might be cool to see just little like peekaboos of it, but I would like it to have two separate just viewpoints of the animals. Otherwise, why go on the ride if you're going to see it exactly the same as standing on the side? So this back area will be kind of specifically about the ride viewpoints, and then this, so we'll have two areas to really concentrate on. So here I use the paths to just make sure we have traversable area going up, and I thought maybe that would be easier. I don't know if it was. And I think the way we failed this time was using this path. This is too wide. This is a 13-foot path, and I wonder if I had used maybe the Q path. That I think can go down quite a bit more. It would have been better, because once I got the dingoes in here and looked around, I went like, oh, they're way smaller than I remember. So, but it still worked out. Next time we know better. That is why we fail. We can do better next time. But again, I think it still worked out well. And I I like this little tunnel because the I wanted to also hide all of the gates between the exhibits. So if we made it, I don't know, I always liked going through tunnels on any of these, the rides at the zoos or anything like that. So tunnels are fun, and then I thought like a little walkover for the animals might be cool. I don't know if they will use them, but we'll put them in there. And we'll throw up some, I don't know, one of those bait things or the blood scent markers or something. Try to get them to go up there because I think that would be cool as you're driving forward to see them come out. And I made some extra little rock formations too. I wanted some rocky looking tunnels. We'll put them in there, and I'm just showing the track a little bit right now, but I think I will cover it over completely once we're all done. And I end up using a lot of rocks. I was going to just leave it flat like this. Again, I think I did the same thing in the crocodile habitat, but the rocks just give it like an extra level of detail that I think is good. So this, I don't know if I should have done it this way either. I was just kind of experimenting. Let's see how big it is using the null barriers, and then I'll just replace it in sections. I fight with it a little bit here, but again, it works out in the end. Setting these gates, it is always easier to set the gates before the fences, I find. And even though I know that, I still don't do it. And this is weird here. I don't know what happened. This is a weird little glitch as you do it. Look at, what is that? What is this? Why is this happening? Why? Why won't it fill in? There's nothing there, right? Okay, well, I guess we'll just work with it. There we go. This game is fiddly sometimes. It's still there. Why are you doing this to me? Why can't you just cooperate? Come on, gate. Well, it is what it is. So here we go. So this is where I thought we could put some kind of tunnel or something. I also want there to be a little pond, or I don't know what you call it in a habitat. It just a place for them to drink from, because I hate those fountains. And a lot of copy pasting. But see, I think the rocks just make it look just finished. It just, otherwise it's, you just dug it in sand. I don't know. But I do like how the rocks worked out. You also see me getting frustrated with it by the end, where you're like, yeah, rocks, I got it. So I may skip past a lot of this. I also don't know how I'm going to fill in the spaces in between, because you see, like, I'll have to do some on the other side, and I guess it's a cliff face. So I'll just put terrain in the middle, I guess. We've never done like this before, so we're all learning. There we go. Take out the extra stuff. I'm going to cover up the front of this too with some building. I made one out of the bridge that I put over by the cassowaries. I just took the top of that and kind of straightened it out a little bit and added some things. So we'll see if that fits on here. It needs to be doubled over, but that was the idea. See, here's the rock little formations that I made. And it always looks so much bigger by itself. And you put them in here and you go like, oh, I need more space. There we go. We gotta get rid of some of our little paths. But there, so that will screen off that area a bit, I hope. And we'll hide some little things along in front of these paths here. Thank God for the copy paste. It helps things so much. And I probably could have been more careful doing them too, but again. I have only so much patience for such things, and I think we got the result we wanted anyway. And I might change it later too. And I want to put a ton of dingoes into this enclosure too. I think you can have 12. So we will do that, and hopefully we'll get some puppies soon. And that should be cool. And I want just dingoes running around all over the place so we see them from all angles. And they're another one. I'm really happy that all of the Australian animals are confident, so we don't have to worry too much about having too many people looking at them at any given time. So I think they are one that attract a fair amount of people. And so you'll be able to get nice and close. I think that will be a really cool viewpoint just right here to see them going along. And then you'll be able to look down to a little water feature. I don't know why I did this. It's a weird rock formation to keep there. But again, whatever, Richelle. You do you, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. I suppose. Too big over here. And I really want it to be like they're desert animals, so have it be very rugged and lots of red and gray and brown, but we'll see once we get to the nature stuff, because I do tend to overdo it and make it like everything's a forest, and it's not. I think that's too close to the track. I think you're wrong. I think you need to move that back. There we go. And then next episode we'll be completing this. I will do the kangaroos. And then, I don't know, this is a pretty short safari ride. I was going to make it longer before, but we'll experiment with this for a little bit. And I don't know if I should do a separate video where it's just a safari ride, or maybe I'll tack it on with another, I'll put it at the end of the kangaroo one if it's not too long maybe. Or maybe I'll save it for the very end and we'll do a full walk around of the zoo and put the ride in at that time as well. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I'm pretty excited for the safari ride. I think it should be pretty fun. I wonder if maybe I should move the crocodile habitat is so long. I wonder if I could put something else in there. Or we should just get a ton of crocodiles. They have been having all kinds of babies. I've also named the big male in there Bastion because I thought that was appropriate. He looked like a bastion. So for any of you who watch us play Overwatch, I don't play him well, but I do play him on occasion. There. I am liking how this cliff face looks. And the paths. We'll get rid of the paths themselves. They were just like markers. But having the nice... they should have been smaller. But again, that's how we failed this time. We can do better. And just covering this over. I want to put lots of those like dingo crossing signs around too. Move that back. Oh, this is... all these little rocks. It needs more rocks around too. Alright. Here will be our little water feature or pond or whatever you call it. Perfect. I'm surprised with the boundary requirements too. I thought it would be taller. It's funny, the ones I assume, you know, like, I think the Komodo dragon one is like 3 feet, 1 meter or something. I'm like, I thought they could climb higher than that, but whatever. And the dingo one I thought would be longer, or taller, I mean. Make it rocky looking. See, this space in between here, what should I do with that? Because that, you look right at that when you look at the crocodile one, so I gotta do something interesting with that, I guess. And here we'll take away the paths. So it looks like we did nothing. We're just amazing, just naturally. And unfortunately, they like a lot of grass, so this is going to ruin the look of it. I was unhappy while I did this. I gotta get used to the green now. Yeah. The color green is growing on me, though. When we first started, I didn't like the blue-green, but it isn't bad with the red around. It makes sense. So we can make it a little bit more lush. I suppose the tall grass is kind of cool. How did that happen? Is that how it looked with the path on it? Everything looks like when I took the path away, the terrain went back. Maybe that's not a good way to do it. Oh, I added this railing on here. Oh, I don't like that. I think the railing, I really like the wire and those white posts that come with that, the Australian natural path. So, I guess we'll just take those off. That sucks. That was a lot of work. Well, I guess we will just... I'll just leave them there. We'll save them for another time. Maybe we can use it on something else. They're all pre-made anyway. Okay, center it. That looks pretty good. Well, that worked out well. Okay, now the trees. Remember, it's a desert. Think desert. I love these trees. The red background. Ah, it's getting pretty foresty already. I don't know about this. I'll switch some of them out maybe. This is my favorite part, I think. I like putting in the foliage. And then letting the dingoes free, of course, and seeing them exploring. I also want to screen it off from the main path a little bit to keep the flow going. Yeah. I love these century plants too. I think they're so pretty. There. So we'll follow on the path, and I'm trying to look at the viewpoint over there, and I'm trying to make it so you can't see there. So as you're driving along, you shouldn't be like, hey, look at all the people over there. There's lots of pretty stuff in the desert stuff. The Oceania Desert Pack. Alright. This is a nice way to do it too. This is a new thing that I've done a bit. Make one little patch and then you can just steal from it and move it around. I don't know about these purple flowers. This is getting awfully colorful. Richelle, tone it back a bit. But these grasses do have to go everywhere. But I don't know about those purple flowers. I think this is looking too pretty for dingoes. I don't know. Give me your opinion on that, because maybe I'll go in and delete all the purple flowers. I think this is getting to be too pretty for the dingoes. I like it. I don't know. I like it, but not for dingoes. How much foliage do they want, too, as desert animals? I think we're overdoing it. I think we should settle down. Oh, I didn't finish the wall here. There we go. Oh, copy paste. I don't like how the stone's going in different directions there. This looks like just a giant pile of stones. But I guess that's how they built the enclosure. So. I like that tree, but you're supposed to be able to see them go up over the road as you're doing it, so maybe not. Alright. Now switching up some of the barriers. I don't know if that's big enough either. And curve it? No. I kind of like the square edges sometimes. I think it adds a little bit to it. It looks more, you know, you see the supports like that? Sometimes not. That should be fine. And it's a nice little covered, like, cave. There. I think that's cute. Put in some of the habitat items now. And we want to see it from this place, and then also from the road. So I'm gonna keep switching back and forth between those two viewpoints, just scooting along the road and looking, and then standing on the viewpoint and looking. And let's get them everywhere. And I like when the ball rolls down the hill, so I always put the ball at the top of the hill. Oh, and I made these too. I can't remember if I used those for the crocodiles, but they may have too many logs on them, but I like that. And with these yellow lights too, and those purple flowers, I don't know. We'll get some benches going, and since we have the kangaroos, and then what do we have left? Then the koalas. And we have to start thinking about what we will put in after that. I would really like elephants and lions, so I guess we should just do a kind of savanna area, and that will be a next ones will be all like African creatures. Should we do another safari ride? We could have an Australia one, and then oh, the dingoes are here. Check the traversable area, no escaping. Oh, looks pretty good. Okay, cool. And they can even go up on the paths. See, but we definitely could have used the smaller path system. Alright. They have enough space too. Alright. There we go, we're all done. I still don't know about the purple flowers, but you guys let me know what you think. And we will see you next time. Like and subscribe. My sister and I play a lot of games together, and we're very silly, so check out those videos if you've run out of Planet Zoo videos, but I will definitely be doing more. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.